So here I am playing as Finland in Hearts of Iron 4. Now Finland, they were treated so badly in the game. They always get trounced by Russia in about 2 days, receiving massive amounts of casualties while giving almost none in return. So I'm here to give them the justice that they deserve. I'm not just going to be playing as Finland either. Oh no. Finland's getting a brand new set of wheels, so to say. You see, the top Finnish scientists have found a way to both clone humans and replicate military-grade equipment, thus giving the Finns an infinite supply of manpower and equipment. This should be fun. Right, so the first clone army is ready. So why not start with the big boy itself? Going after the Soviet Union first. The highly professional Finnish clone army is mowing down these Russian peasants almost as fast as a Finnish man mows down his vodka shots. And that's really saying something. See, it's okay when Finland invades the Soviet Union in the winter, because winter was actually invented in Finland. Therefore, the Finns are immune to pathetic Russian winters. Hi there, is this the final straw? Are you tired of losing to the Soviet Union every single time you invade? Would you rather invade France every single time so you can just avoid invading the Soviet Union? Then try out...
I hate this channel.
No! No!
Finland, where victory is only a shot of vodka away. And so down go Finland's two mortal enemies, the Soviets and Sweden, who I invaded earlier. Now it's time to get frisky. Time to churn out some more clone soldiers. Can never have enough, especially where we're going. See, this is what the Germans should have done. They should have invaded the Soviet Union first, take them over, and then they could fight Poland in a two-front war. Here we go, the pathetic Eastern Europeans think that the Allies can save them. Well. It's time we show them that no matter who they run to, no one is safe. This is how much Finland doesn't give a shit. We will go through Germany just to get to France and Britain. Ain't no one more hardcore out there than Finland. What happens when you take a fleet of super carriers and super battleships along with a bunch of cannon fodder against the Royal Navy? This is what happens. Hey, don't feel too bad, Hitler. You may have failed at creating an Aryan world, but at least we'll make you honorary Uralics. Speaking of Uralics, it's time we return to the Finnish homeland. Because as we all know, the Finns are really just Mongols in disguise. Who would win? The most well-defended and fortified area in the world? Or literally just going around it? I mean, really, the whole French army kind of died about 100 miles to the east, so we just kind of went through it and around it at the same time. And I see you sitting down there, Austria. Don't think you're gonna escape an Anschluss this time around. Oh, why do the Japanese just ruin everything? They just ruin everything. I don't know why. They just ruin everything. Not even done attacking the Chinese yet, and the Japanese gotta get their ass involved for no reason. You know what? I don't care. I got more important shit to do. I'll deal with the Japanese later. My god, you turn your back for 1 second to go inspect the situation in Asia, and the British have already landed a naval invasion and taken over half of France again. This is why the British gives you cancer in this game. In an interesting move, the Germans have decided to declare war on Yugoslavia. Not sure what they're thinking. I'm guessing Hitler just hated the Slavs so much, and this was the only Slavic country left alive, he just couldn't control himself. In spite of Germany not actually owning any land anymore. Alright, and so China has now declared war on Xibei Sanma, who was previously part of the Allies, and thus bringing China into the conflict on my side. Well, that means there's only one thing left to do. We must create a faction with the Yugoslavians and the Chinese, and we shall call it Best Bros Finland, China, and Yugoslavia. Because we are the three best bros in the whole world. Here's another reason I hate the British. Because it literally takes weeks to do a naval invasion when there's only one division, a colonial African division at that, defending it. Meanwhile, D-Day only took 1 day in real life. That's why it's called D-Day, not D-Days. Come on, Paradox. It's time to push back the Japanese. We let them gain a bit too much land for my liking. However, with the Chinese on our side now, which they were not expecting, we can push up from both the north and the south now. I can only imagine the PTSD that the English are suffering when they realize that a Nordic country is once again taking over their island. Only I'm guessing they weren't expecting it to be the Finns this time around. But you know what they say, expect the unexpected. You know, it's times like these when I really miss the good old days, back when you could just get the UK to surrender, and you didn't have to deal with the bullshit of getting all their stupid colonies to surrender either. And so we got Communist China and Republican Spain to surrender at the exact same time, killing two commies with one stone, I like to say. Alright, I'm not sure why I waited all the way till now, but apparently Japan was not part of this war, they were part of a different war. And so I can annex Italy and Germany, and we can make our first official gains in quite a while. And we're about to push Japan off mainland Asia through a joint Chinese-Finnish effort. However, it would appear that my troops are not actually advancing, in spite of them having an attack order because of the shitty frontline system in the game. Once again, thank you, Paradox, for all your hard work. Japan is taking on the Finnish Superfleet Challenge. They're not doing very well. Well, you know what they say, if you want to grow up to be big and strong, you have to finish your curry. And here we are again. I turn my back to Asia for a second, and one troop stuck in the Mediterranean decides to invade Turkey. And from there it expands and they retake almost the entire Balkans. For God's sake, I'm fighting like an 8-front war here. Just give me a sec to let me sort my shit out. Well, we have finished our curry now, and we are stronger because of it. And look at that Chinese border guard. I mean, ugh! Alright, I know I've made a lot of Finnish jokes this video, but really, we all know that Finland doesn't actually exist. It's just a Japanese fishing colony. So really this war is all the Japanese fishermen rising up against Japan for, I guess, increasing like whale oil prices? I don't know. That's really what this is all about. So Japan goes down, and now all that's left to do is finish off the rump states of the Allies, and then we'll be on to the home stretch. We also have to kill the Chinese in order to help the Chinese gain more Chinese land, because that's what a best bro would do. And we've made landfall in North America for the first time up in Canada. Luckily, I think we'll be pretty well adapted to the situation in Canada, since the Finns ride reindeer everywhere to get around, and the Canadians ride moose to do so. Well, they're pretty similar, so I think we can just learn how to ride a moose pretty quickly. Australia, on the other hand, crossing the outback might be a bit of a problem. You see, kangaroo, they're not like a reindeer or a moose. Don't know if you can ride one of them. But that certainly won't stop a drunk Finnish man from trying. And we got Canada to capitulate. So now all that's left is Australia, who should be almost, yeah, there they go. And wowee, look at the amount of countries that we're about to annex. Oh man, the greatest ancestor of the Finns, Genghis Khan, he would be so proud to see what his descendants have done. Now for just a bit of final cleanup in Asia before we go recolonize North America, but this time with more vodka and more saunas. Invasion of the United States going quite well. I mean, that's what happens when you have about 8 full armies with all the latest equipment in the game. This is the way to play Hearts of Iron 4. I'm now starting to understand why the Finns spend so much time in the sauna. It's so they can adapt to both the extreme cold in case of the need to invade Russia, and they can be adapted to extreme heat in case they need to invade the United States and march through the desert. It's all starting to make sense. I see what you're up to, Finland. Invasion of South America is well underway. Time to go take out the Peruvians. But that's the one place the Finns don't do well. Elevation. When the Norwegians tried to meme a mountain into your country, that's when you know you have a problem with heights. You know, I gotta hand it to the Brazilians. Out of all the countries that I've fought, and it's been all of them, they've actually done the best. Certainly having a giant rainforest that's almost impassable will help in that situation, but, I mean, hey, they've done some outmaneuvering and have got my troops surrounded here. Kudos to you, Brazil. Well played. Unfortunately, for the Brazilians, no one can slow down the great Finnish grinder, and they too will fall after putting up a noble fight. But yet, it was just not enough. I would like to officially congratulate Argentina for being the last remaining country on Earth, besides Yugoslavia and China, of course, because they're my best bros. Would never attack them. And here we have it, Finland taking its place as the rightful world leader, alongside its humble companions China and Yugoslavia. And the best part, no Finns were harmed in the making of this video, but I can't guarantee that they don't want to harm me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.